It was going to happen eventually. Let's talk about it. What's going on, everybody? Hopefully, you're all having a good day, having a good week. Before I begin, if you are new to this channel, please subscribe to my channel. Please share this out with anyone you know. Please like this video. I would greatly appreciate it. And for those of you that have subscribed so far, thank you so much. It means the world to me. So it was going to happen at some point, right? The Yankees lost the series against the Toronto Blue Jays. Now, they could win this afternoon and not get swept. Hopefully, they do win this afternoon. But right now, the Yankees are on a 3-game losing streak. And, these are games, Sunday's game, obviously, against the Guardians. It was a game that they should have won. They could have won, but didn't. Monday's game, the bats were cold. Yesterday's game, once again, the bats were cold. All right. And, they tried making a comeback yesterday. They almost did make a comeback yesterday. They could have won it in the ninth inning, but unfortunately they came up short. All right. And let's not forget the Yankees did go up against Chris Bassett and Kikuchi, two pitchers that have pitched well against the Yankees. And that was clear in the last two games. So Yankees are on a 3-game losing streak. They're 12-6. They're still in first place, but the Orioles are right behind them. As you know, the AL East, it's always a tight race. If we bring up the standings, hopefully y'all could see that. Let me just make sure. Okay. So Yankees are still in first place. The Orioles are half a game behind the Yankees. The Rays and Blue Jays are both 2 games behind first place. They both have the same record. And the Red Sox are in last place, but they're 3 games behind. So, as always, the AL East, it's very competitive. It's going to be a tight race. It's a tight division. No game is easy. All right. And, when the Yankees went to Toronto to go play against the Blue Jays, we knew that we should know that this series is not going to be easy. And no game against any of these teams is ever going to be easy. So we have to accept that. All right. Now, again, Yankees bats, they need to pick it up. All right. They need to come around. They're making contact with the ball. They are making pitchers work. But by making contact with the ball, they need to turn those balls into hits, get on base. They've been doing that. They're just not seizing the opportunities that they have. And that's some of the problem. And some of the other problems is also the defense. All right, the defense has been a little bit of an issue, particularly with the infield. And I know there's a lot of eyes on Gleyber Torres. Yes, he is a contributor, but the infield as a whole has been a problem. And this is where I come in and say that DJ's defense is missed. And some of you may disagree with me on that, and that's fine. All right. But by not having DJ in this lineup, DJ LeMahieu, it is hurting the defense a little bit. His defense is being missed, and I will stick by that. Again, you could disagree with me, and that's fine. I value your opinion. All right. The other thing I want to talk about is the shuffling of the lineup. Now, there's been some talk with some folks about maybe, shuffle if the lineup needs to be changed. For example, some folks think that Anthony Volpe being moved to the leadoff spot was too soon. Some people are in favor of it. Okay, some folks think that maybe moving Volpe back down into the lineup will help the bottom of the lineup. But I don't know how much of a difference that's going to make. I don't know how much the lineup is going to improve. When your numbers 2 through 5 are not hitting and they're not producing at the plate, it's a problem. It doesn't matter if you put Volpe at the leadoff spot or at the bottom of the order. The 2 through 5 is not hitting. Some folks are maybe suggesting putting Aaron Judge at the number 2 spot and putting Juan Soto at the number 3 spot. Again, I don't know what's going to change. If these guys are not hitting, I guess I'm not seeing how the production is gonna improve. I'm not seeing it, because if guys are not hitting, right? If these guys are not hitting, it doesn't matter what part of the lineup you put them in. I was thinking about it last night. I was trying to come up with different answers as to, well, what if they put this player in this spot and they move this player down to this spot? Could that change the production of these players? The answer is maybe. But if you ask me personally, I don't see it. Some folks may say maybe, some folks will say yes. I'm on the side of saying no. All right. Now, you look at the Yankees lineup yesterday, right? Let's pull up the lineup here. Give me just a moment. I do apologize. Okay. Let me just make sure y'all could see that. And I'll scroll down here, right? So, look, Anthony Volpe, he got moved to the leadoff spot, and he still was playing well. All right. So, it didn't change his game at all. Yesterday, yes, he had a bad game. That's one of his bad games. I mean, every player is going to experience that, unfortunately, right? It's baseball. It's part of the game, part of the sport. He went 0 for 4. He struck out all 4 times. All right. Juan Soto, his bat's been pretty cold as of late. Okay. He went 1 for 4. Aaron Judge, he went 0 for 4, right? Aaron Judge can't find his groove, and this is a long slump for him. It's a little unusual, but it's a long slump. He's just missing barely, right? He's just missing. It's there, right? His bat is there. It's just missing. Okay. Giancarlo Stanton, 1 for 4. All right. He's not producing. Okay. Anthony Rizzo, 0 for 4. Didn't have, it wasn't his game. Gleyber Torres, whose name has been mentioned quite a bit as of late, he went 0 for 1. Okay, he was able to draw 2 walks. He struck out once. Verdugo has been playing well as of late. He's coming around. He went 2 for 4. So, his batting average is at 242. I'm not saying it's great, but it's better than where it was. Hopefully that number continues going up. Jose Trevino, he's been hitting. He had 3 RBIs yesterday. So, he went 1 for 3. And Oswaldo Cabrera, who, has been on a little bit of a cool streak, but he's been playing well for the most part. He went 1 for 3. All right. So the main problem with this lineup, I don't think some folks were suggesting maybe moving Volpe back down to where he was before being moved to the leadoff spot. But I don't know what's going to change, because the big issue with the lineup is the 2 through 5. That's the issue. Okay, the Soto, Judge, Stanton, and Rizzo have not been hitting. They haven't been playing well at the plate. Is it time to panic? I don't think it's time to panic. Even the best players have the best players and the good players all experience their slumps. It happens. All right. I'm confident that they'll come back around, but they do need to do a better job at the plate sooner rather than later. All right. There could be a possibility, and I was talking with Jason from 161 River Ave about this, that these guys might need some rest. A couple of these guys, I don't think it would hurt them to, have them rest for a day, or put them in a DH spot for a day, right, where they don't have to take the field. That could benefit them. All right. I'm not saying to rest them for, 5 or 6 days. I'm just saying we're saying to rest them for one game. For one game. I think it'll benefit them. And I do think the bench needs to be utilized a little bit more. So the guys on the bench are not, getting enough playing time. You got to give these guys some playing time so we can see some results, right? The other thing that I want to see is more pinch hitting. I feel like the pinch hitting hasn't been utilized. That needs to get utilized. All right. If players are not playing well, and if there's a little bit of a slump going on, some changes need to happen. The other thing that I feel like needs to happen is the switching of the catchers. That I feel like is happening too much. Personally, in my opinion, I think Austin Wells should be getting more playing time. All right, he needs to get more playing time. That way, hopefully he can get his at bats can be more consistent. He gets in a groove. There's too much switching off between him and Trevino. I'm not saying don't give Trevino any playing time, but in my opinion, I feel like Wells needs more playing time. All right, so there needs to be some changes. I'm not saying shuffle the lineup, because I don't know if you shuffle the lineup. I don't know what's going to change. If certain guys are not hitting, it's an issue. So the big names, right? Judge, Soto, Stanton, Rizzo. These four names to me are the ones that stick out, and they need to start producing. All right. The other big thing is the defense, particularly with the infield, need to do a better job. Okay. We'll see what happens in these upcoming games. DJ LeMahieu, I'm only mentioning him because, again, his defense is missing. He's been traveling with the team. He's been taking, swings at batting practice. He's running the bases. He says he's feeling well, so he should be back. I'm assuming at the end of this month or early part of May. I know he's going to get some games at Somerset either tomorrow or Friday. So he's going to get some rehab games in, and hopefully things work out there, and then he can make his way back. So it is inevitable that he is going to be in the lineup. Where in the lineup, I don't know. I would not put him in the leadoff spot. That's just me. But I would probably put him, maybe in the 6th or 7th spot. We'll see what happens. All right, we'll see what the Yankees do. And hopefully with today's game, they win today. They avoid the sweep. All right. They are off tomorrow. They go back to the Bronx. The Rays come into town. So the schedule doesn't get any easier. And hopefully with this win today, it's a good motivator. They get the day off tomorrow and are ready to go up against the Rays when they go back to the Bronx. All right. But you all let me know what you think. Drop your comments, drop your opinions. Let me know if you agree or disagree. I'm open to everybody's opinions. All right. I love reading your guys' comments. It's greatly appreciated. I always look forward to it. Well, you all let me know what you think. That's all I got for now. If any other news comes out, I'll definitely let you know. So if you haven't, please subscribe to my channel. Please like this video. Share this out with anyone you know. I would greatly appreciate it. And I'll see you all next time.